Namaste and a very warm welcome to Utsav Yoga. My name is Harsha Avasti and I am your yoga and meditation coach. And today I'm welcoming you back to the series which we are calling DND, which means Do Not Disturb. A complete series which is going to motivate you to take that time for yourself. Take those few minutes for yourself. Just, let go of everything and everyone just for a few minutes so that you can connect with yourself, with your personal life, with your spiritual life, with your body, with your mind, where we are talking about balancing different lives. So, this is something which is going to help you when we are talking about different lives, which can be personal, professional, and spiritual. And I think finding that balance between so many things in this busy world, busy time is very important. Maintaining that sanity of the mind is very important, but health is also equally important, whether it's physical or mental. So, this is the series specially dedicated to all of those people who are always really busy. And specifically, if you're talking about this episode is completely about PMS yoga, premenstrual syndrome. When we girls are PMSing, then we all know that how crazy things can get because our body is going through so many hormonal changes. But at the same time, if somebody tells you or if you think that this is something negative, then I can tell you that this is nothing negative. We are so blessed to be part of the nature. We have so many capabilities in our body, and that's why the reason that we go through this phase. And I think it should be enjoyed, it should be taken care of in the consideration that we have to take care of our body because our body is demanding something. When we talk about cravings, if we talk about eating certain food, you should all do that. But at the same time, I would always recommend you to do yoga because that also helps me. I have seen so many people, I have helped so many women, so many girls who are going through the PMS phase, which can get really dark as well sometimes, but really, really hard on our mental health. So, this is the whole routine that we're going to do that I would advise you to also do. So, let's get started. So, like I always suggest you get into something comfortable, whether it's about the sitting posture or whether it's about the clothes. Make sure that you are not well fed, like basically your stomach is not that full. You've had at least 2 to 3 hours of gap since you last ate so that you feel more comfortable. Right now, I'm sitting in a diamond pose with some cushioning here. If you want, you can use a cushion like this, you can use a pillow, you can use a booster, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. You can also just fold a shawl or a towel and you can sit like this. Another way is you can remove this as well. Otherwise, you can sit in Sukhasana, you can sit in Padmasana. Also, if you feel like sitting with some support of the wall or a pillar for your back, you can completely most welcome to do that. So we're going to be starting from a pranayam first, just to calm ourselves a little. If we have lot many thoughts, if our brain is running constantly and we are thinking about so many things which exist and sometimes they don't even exist, but we are still thinking. And I think, yeah, that is what we go through, and it is something which is happening in the body, but that doesn't mean that it gets that control over our mind as well. So we'd be doing Sheetkari Pranayam, which is again very good for our body in terms of just calming ourselves down, just losing that anxiousness and gaining that calmness. So in this one, like I told you, you can be sitting in this one. Any posture in which always make sure that your spine is straight but also relaxed. I'm not going to keep my body like this. It's not a very comfortable thing for my spine or me. So I'm just going to keep this like this. My shoulders are still up, my heart is open. I just close my eyes. I'll show you first and then we'll do it together. You can just keep your palms like this or you can just do it like this as well. So, teeth, make sure that you're not putting any pressure on your teeth. We just have to bring them together like this. Breathe in. So, what I'm doing is I'm just placing my teeth together. I'm breathing in and then very closely, very nicely, and very softly closing my mouth, taking 1 second and then breathing it out from my nose. So, this is what is going to bring a little calmness, and you'll actually feel a little colder air around your mouth as well. So, let's do it. Keep your eyes closed if you have learned it already. If you want to see me again, you can do that, and then you can close your eyes, practice it with me. Let's do it. Always in pranayam, never try to do it very fast. Always try to take few seconds, but not too much. But always just you can take a few seconds to just absorb and observe what you're trying to do and how it's feeling around your chest area, because it's related to your breath. Or if you feel something here around your head, any area basically we're working on. So you can take few seconds, not a problem. So once you've learned it, let's try to do it. Try to breathe in as much as you can. Basically, that's the whole logic. Again, remember not to put pressure on your teeth, they're very precious. Whenever we are doing pranayam, always try to keep your body as still as you can. Because if I'm doing something and I'm moving my body, for example, when I'm breathing right now, my chest goes up. That is completely natural. But if I try to take my chest up and moving my body unnecessarily, that is just like, my brain is thinking that why am I moving so much? And so it's not going to be process what we are doing, because we are doing it to get some calmness, like we talked about. So the stiller our body is, better it is for our mind as well. And pranayam is actually about just calming our mind. So let's do it 2 more times. Take few seconds, just try to observe what's happening in your body around this area, around this area, around this area. Just take few breaths and we'll start the warm-up. We're gonna be mixing it with light warm-ups, light asanas, which are easy to do, but at the same time, we're gonna be doing some good, nice stretches, some balancing asanas as well. Okay, so let's start with the warm up. In this one, what we're going to do is very simple. It's more for the upper body and also the lower body, but it is basically to give a good stretch to this area. So, what I'm going to do is I'm still sitting in diamond pose. If you feel like sitting in Sukhasana, you can do that as well. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my wrist here. Let me just move a little bit here. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is basically my fingers are pointing towards my knees, and then I'm trying to press my palms down on the floor as much as I can. Again, if you're here, basically if your palms are up, if you can just stretch this much, that is also okay. This much, this much, this much, as much as you can. It comes with practice, so don't worry, as much as you can. I fix it so I feel a good stretch from my palms till my shoulders. Then my hips are still down. Try to relax your back completely, your spine, my face is up. If you want to just look up or stretch your neck more up, you can do that. Or otherwise, you can just keep it stable here. Keep breathing. Once you're tired or you feel a lot of stretch, then very slowly, very gently, if I jerk it or if I just come back immediately, it's going to put some more pressure here on my joints around my wrists, which is we don't want. So we'd be doing it 2 more times. If you feel like just shaking it off, just like doing it up and down your wrist, very slight, very slow. Again, always, like I always tell you, Our joints are very important for our body. So always just be very gentle with them. Just treat them like your babies. Then again, I try to go here. Let your back relax, hips down. Keep breathing. Very slowly, we come back. Again, just shake it off. Take a few seconds for yourself. And one last time. Just gonna go stretch. This one is also good in terms of gaining some strength in our arms. Stretching all these muscles around our arms, shoulders. Keep breathing. Very slowly, let's come back. Very slow, gentle. Then you come back. Take rest. After this, very slowly, let's come back to Sukhasana. If you want, you can use a seat like this as well when you're sitting in Sukhasana, or if you want to continue with diamond pose in which we were just sitting, you can do that as well. So next one is, I'm just gonna bring my fingers and thumbs here on my shoulders, and I'm just gonna expand it as much as I can. As much as I can, I expand. So my elbows are not up, not down. It's almost parallel to my chest. Then you're gonna breathe, hold. This is, we're trying to work on our heart chakra here, on our back. Just get some more blood flowing in the upper body so that it makes us a little calmer. Then when you're tired, slowly come back to the first position, very slowly down. You take a few breaths, few seconds for yourself. Then let's go do it again. Bring your fingers and thumbs here. Expand. Breathe nice. Let's just try to be in the present. Can we agree to do that? Let's not think about the past, not even the gone second, or the future. Let's just try to be present right now, doing something for our body, thanking our body that we are such a big part of this nature. Let's do it one last time. Expand. So this whole routine is something which you can do, of course, like we're talking about PMS. So anywhere from 1 to 10 days before you get your periods, you can do this. It will also help you reducing the pain when you are on your cycle, because we're stretching our body nice, there's a good blood circulation, but most importantly, we are feeling good here. So the whole process becomes a little easier. So next one, what we're gonna do is a very good stretch. So let's do this stretch. In this one, I'm just gonna take this leg out for now. Try to make sure that my knee and my foot is almost in a straight line so that your body is technically right and you're not gonna hurt yourself or injure yourself. So this is technically basically right. If I keep it here or here, so there is not really a good stretch that I'm gonna feel, which we are trying for in the hip area. So I'm just gonna do this, take this out, and just keeping my hands here on my waist, I just go bend a little, very soft, very easy, very mindful, as much as you can. So that's not a problem. If you want to do less, you can do less. If you want to go more deep, completely your choice. Things to remember: I'm always going to keep my chest in the center. I'm not going to keep it sideways. And I'm keeping my hip engaged, and especially this one, which is bending right now, the leg which is lunging. And I have to really take care of my knee. If you feel like that there's a pain or there's just like too much pressure on my knee, then you can just take a support of a cushion or just like a hand towel or a handkerchief you can use to get some cushion beneath your knee. So I do this very slowly, very gently. I like the stretch. You come back, take your time, no problem. Never try to shock your body whichever workout you're doing, because when we shock our body doesn't like that. Then we are just like in a zone, because that's our brain telling. So whatever happens, it's like whenever I even try to pinch myself, my brain is like, that's our activity. That's how our brain works. It just gets uncomfortable and it just goes in a shock. So that's what exactly we have to take care when we are doing yoga as well, that we're not trying to shock our body. Always try to flow like water. So again, I'm going to do this, keeping my chest here. Let's try to go lunge. Keep breathing, and keep sending your breaths to this area, which is stretching. Stretching our lower body when PMSing is always a very good idea. Let's do it one more time, this side. Go as much as you can, as much as you want. Take care of your knee, chest front. Very slow and gentle, I come back. Very slow and gentle, I come back to the first position, and then I take this one out and do a repetition. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You're doing amazing. Just a few more seconds. Let's count to 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very slow and gentle. I bring my knees back. I just try to rest, take a few seconds. Remember, this is D&D, so even when you're taking a few seconds for yourself, make sure that you're not checking your phone, checking your laptop, or checking even your thoughts. Just try to be with that feeling that every posture is giving you, how it's making you feel, where it's making you feel, whether you liked it or not. You want to do more repetitions, just pause the video, do more repetition, or just move on and keep flowing with me. So let's move on to the next posture, which is folded mountain pose. So mountain pose in itself is a very good head to toe stretch, which is also good for just massaging our internal organs as well, because it's the way how we are stretching our complete body, right? So in this one, I'm going to keep my knees together. I am on my knees. Again, if you want a better cushioning for your knees, you can do that. Make sure that your knees are safe and you're not uncomfortable. And then just clasp your fingers and thumbs, bring them towards the ceiling. Breathe in, take a good nice breath, bring them up, stretch your body. If you want to look up, you can look up. If you want to look straight, close your eyes, you can do that. So if you can see that my arms are so near my ears. So they're not here, they're not here. Actually, I will show you from this direction as well. So when I'm doing this, I'm going to take a nice deep breath in. Stretch your body as much as you can. Don't try to bring any pressure in the entire spine region. Breathe. If you just look at my toes, so right now they're resting on the ground. If you want, you can do this as well. If that makes you feel more comfortable. The whole point of this asana is how much can you hold this. The more we hold, more blood circulation we're going to get in our body, but also at the same time, it also corrects our postures. and gives a very good stretch to our spine. So when it's giving me this stretch here in this area, automatically the cramps or anything uncomfortable, anything uneasy feeling which we get around this area during PMS, it's gonna go. At least it's gonna reduce that. Let's do it one more time. Breathe in. Keep it nice. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. No retention. Flowing. Let's count to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very slow and gentle, I open my arms. I come back to the mat. Take a few seconds, take a few breaths. So let's move on to the next posture, which is upward dog position. It is very good to gain some strength in the upper body, but also it is a very good chest opener. At the same time, we get a very good stretch in the abdominal area, which we want, so that we can just get rid of that uneasy feeling, but at the same time, those crumpled muscles, we want to work on them as well. So in this one, what I'm going to do is, I am just here on my knees from the position which I was in earlier. So I'm just going to slide my arms in front of me, a little gap, not too much. Make sure that your hands are not sweaty. Always wipe them. Your mat is reliable and doesn't slip. And after this, can you see the posture of my lower body? I'm here on my toes and my hips are up, and I'm just gonna lift my knees very, very, very slowly, very gently. And then I'm just gonna hold this posture for some time. So what I'm doing here is, I'm trying to balance on my arms and my toes. Try to keep this 90 degrees from my shoulder to my wrist, and my neck is going to be a little up, and I will keep breathing. Whenever you get tired, knees down. You can rest like this in a cow position. Take your time. Relax your spine. Main thing here is, I do not have to curve my back like this, my spine like this. I just have to balance this. There is a little curve, but make sure that you're not putting a lot of pressure on your lower back. Very slowly come back, rest. We'll do it 2 more times, quickly. Breathe in. Can you feel a stretch in your abdomen area? Very slow, gentle. Let's do it one last time. Keep breathing. Keep your focus. Your body will shiver, it's okay. Slow, gentle, down. Just rest. Try to bring your neck into your shoulder. Take a few breaths here. Try to calm down your body. Very slowly, gently, you bring your arms back towards your body. So let's move on to the next posture, which is a variation of a dolphin pose. In this one, I'm going to show you variation with or without the props as well, and how to go and how to come out of this posture as well. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to drag my elbows here. Try to position them nice and slow and firm. 2 ways to keep your hands. One is to dig it in the mat, or otherwise you can just clasp them together. So right now I'm just going to do it with this one. First, lift your body like this, and then place your elbows down. Clasp them if you want. And here I am trying to bring my head down as much as I can and hips up. Then try to either walk, try to bring your heels down, or you can just do these pulses. Very slow and gentle. Keep stretching these hams. Keep breathing. Keep your spine also engaged in these pulses. Then if you want to walk more, walk back. So like I promised you, I'm going to show you another variation with the support, with the prop. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring this cushion here, because sometimes what happens is that we can feel a lot of pressure with the floor if our elbows are down. So you can just get this cushion if you like. And again, the same thing. First, I'm going to just keep them here, bring my hips up, then gonna locate my elbows here on the mat, on the cushion. Then just bring your hips up as much as you can, or otherwise keep doing pulses. Head down, spine as straight as you can keep, straight and slanted basically. Then whenever you're tired, very slowly bring your knees down, relax. If you want to do it 2, 3 more times, 5 more times as well if you want, you can certainly do that. And we rest. Then slowly breathe in. Bring your head up, body up, back to the diamond pose. Take few breaths here, take few seconds. Let it all absorb in your body and mind. Take few breaths. And then we move on to the next posture, which is a lizard pose. So lizard pose is again a very good hip opener. It is also very good to get some flexibility in our lower body, to ease those cramps out, and also a very, very good posture to get some focus, some dedication, some motivation in ourselves. So in this one again, what I'm going to do is I can use the cushion or I can not use the cushion. For now, I'm just going to do it here. So you are in same diamond pose position. I take my arms here. They are a little together towards my left side of the body. I'll tell you why it is like that. And then I'm slowly gonna lift my hips, come on my toes. This, breathe in, and then try to bring this here with your arms. Try to bring your knees down then. Take few breaths. Try not to take your knee really out, because it's actually going to pain a lot here and also in the other knee, because that area is connected right now in terms of how I'm stretching it. So here, take few breaths. If you're ready, if you want to use another booster, you can just go like this. If you want to deepen the stretch, if you don't, you can just hold that posture. When you go a little more down towards the floor, then the knee is going to separate itself a little. That is okay, don't worry. Keep breathing. Pay attention to my spine. I'm not doing like this. My hip is down. Then when you're tired, very slowly, very gently, bring both the arms in the first position. Move the booster. Take your time. Toe up. Very slowly, you bring this back. If you want, you can just come back Take a few seconds in the diamond pose. Keep breathing. Feel that stretch which you just did. You can hold this posture for as long as you want because it's a good stretch, but at the same time, if you relax more, hold it more, that's how these muscles are gonna get a little softer. It's gonna cooperate and just give us more support, which we need in the lower body right now. And let's do it again. I'm just gonna slide this here a little towards my right because I'm gonna bring my left leg in. So a little towards my right. So I'm here, a little towards my right, both my arms. I'm just going to bring my knees up, both of them. Another way is take a kick up, then place it here. But always remember, do not jerk your body. Place this knee down. Take your time because this needs some alignment. Your body would want to please hold on. Just don't keep going. So take your time. Get your muscles relaxed. Remember, knee not too much out. Try to keep it up and closer to your shoulder, to your arm. Then whenever you're ready, without the booster if you're doing, you're gonna look something like this, like a lizard. Then here, you can go here. You can just keep your face up, or like this. Hold and keep breathing. Very slow and gentle. This toe up, then you can just slide it back as well. If you don't want to just bring it up and come down or come up, you can just slide it back as well. Back to the diamond pose. If you're talking about bloating, if you're talking about indigestion, if you're just talking about anything which is related to our digestion process, that can get also hit sometimes when we're PMSing. So this particular asana is also very good for that. It is going to give that support, give that inflammation to our digestion system with which it can work well. Also, this asana is good for metabolism as well. So let's do it one more time, both the sides. Here I'm going on the left, come here, kick, bring it here. Feels nice. Just try to go as deep as you can by the time, not the first day, not the first time. Gradually grow into it, go deeper into it, but slow and steadily. Very slowly, come back. Take your time. If you like this posture more, holding this one more, you can do that. Take care of your knee in this one. Slide it back. This. Again, you go up, kick. There you go. Just want to have more height and try to bring your hip down more. You can do this. Whatever you like, just be gentle with your other leg, other knee. Then very slowly, let's go back, slide here, diamond pose, relax, take a few breaths. So after this, now we move on to more of relaxation. And I think cat-cow is one asana that everybody likes. I just talk to so many people, and I observe that in my sessions as well, that whenever we are doing cat cow, everybody gets relaxed so nicely. And again, when we are talking about PMS, so cat and cow includes the whole body definitely, but it involves this area more. When we're talking about the stomach region, when we're talking about the back. So again, this is what we want right now to get more relaxation. So let's get into it. So I'm just gonna, from my diamond pose, I'm just gonna slide my arms here, bring myself to a tabletop position. So this is 90 degrees straight. This is 90 degrees straight. My toes are down. If you feel like keeping it like this, you can. Otherwise, I always suggest everyone to keep it like this and this one so that you can relax more. Then I'm just gonna breathe in. Trying to bring my back up and chest squirmed, stomach squirmed inside, chin towards my chest. Breathe in, keep breathing. When you're tired, breathe in again. Just do the opposite. Bring your hips up, drop your stomach towards the floor, bring your knees, bring your neck like this towards your shoulders. Relax your spine, keep breathing, keep your eyes closed, keep it flowing, or if you like this posture more or the cat posture more, you can hold that. Completely your choice. Breathe in, squeeze your stomach chest in. Let your entire body relax. Let's do it one last time. You can keep going and do more repetitions if you like, no problem. Always a little smile on your face is completely relaxed, your entire body is relaxed, you're not holding on to any muscle too tight. Then when you're done, just bring your toes together very slowly, bring yourself back. That's it, in diamond pose for a few seconds. Few deep breaths if you want, if you like. Relax your spine, hips in, your soles. And after this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a wind relieving pose. Again, when we're talking about PMS, we're talking about digestion, we're talking about bloating, this area, stomach altogether. So we can also get some gases inside our body, can get some acidity as well. So this one is really good in terms of just relieving, like the name says, those winds, those gases out of our body so that we feel a little less bloated. But always make sure that whenever you are doing this around your periods time or during your periods, you do not put a lot of pressure on your stomach, never ever. So from here, I'm just gonna bring myself completely down on the floor. Try to relax my body, rest my body, my complete spine. Always adjust your spine so that it is completely on the ground and there's no gap between the spine and the floor. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna breathe in, bring one knee at a time, fold this, hold this. Elbows with my thighs. Again, like I told you, not too much pressure. Do not try to put too much pressure here. Just try to keep it slight. Keep breathing, relax your neck. Do not keep it like this. Relax. Keep breathing, keep your eyes closed. Very slow and gentle. Keep that back. It's now for the second leg turn. Relax. Hold it for as long as you want. You can keep doing this, keep switching one leg at a time, or after this, one leg, both the legs. You can do this, hold this. Then slowly back. Like I told you, completely your choice. If you want to keep both the legs up and just hold that, you can do that. Or otherwise, like I'm doing, one leg, both the legs. Completely your choice. Whichever your body needs more, you're more than welcome to do that. Slow and gentle. Try to keep your spine completely on the floor all the time. And entire body and all the muscles relaxed. Here. Very slowly down. After this, you can just hold your knees, rotate the lower back area very nicely, very slowly, just to give it more relaxation. People who have back problems, sciatica, disc problems, any problems even in the hip area, especially the stiffening of the muscles, it is very good for them as well. Then I go to the other side. And very slowly bring your legs down. You just do some relaxation, some breathing. Try to completely relax your body and prepare yourself for pranayam. Then very slowly turn your body towards the side. It can be any side. Right is better. Then bring yourself up. Slowly, gently. And after this, let's do a supported child's pose. In this one, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring this booster here. If you want to do it without the support, you can do that as well. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my hips here first. Open my knees a bit more. My toes are together. Just going to slide my arms here. Bring this booster here. Just above my chest. And rest. In this, what's happening is if we have cramps in our abdominal area, so we are keeping that elevated and we are not squishing it in. That's why taking support in this child's pose can help us more. Breaths here, take deep breaths if you want, or just try to relax with normal breathing. Doing a child's pose whenever we are stressed, physically or mentally, is always a good idea. Then when you're done, if you want to continue holding this posture, you can do that. Otherwise, I slide my hands very slowly, gently. I bring myself up in the diamond pose again. And then we're going to do Anulom Vilom. Alternate nostril breathing. Again, this is also good to just lessen our stress. It's basically whenever we do pranayam, Breathing exercises, it's just an exercise of our breaths, like the name says. So the yogis say that we should always be very careful, very mindful about our breathing. So breathing exercises help us do just that. So let's start the pranayam. If you want, you can be seated like this on a booster with a support so that your spine is completely straight and your hips are in the floor if you're sitting on the floor or on the booster. And if you want to make yourself even more comfortable, you can just bring another pillow like this and just bring this here so that you're comfortable, but at the same time can sit for a long time. And that's what we want when we do pranayam. The longer the duration is, the better the benefit is. So in this one, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make Vishnu Mudra with my hands. These two fingers are here touching my palm. These two fingers are up. This is on the side. So I'm going to show you first how we're going to do it, and then I'll tell you. So I'm just going to tap this nostril. Close this one. Breathe out. Then take a few seconds if you want. Breathe in again from this one. Make sure that you're not running with this. The speed has to be slow. The speed has to be mindful. The more slower it is, the more you'd be able to get more breathe in, and the longer will be your breathe out. So I'm just tapping this, then I'm breathing in from that one. Then I breathe in from again, breathe out. So this is what and how it is alternate. Always remember to keep a little smile on your face, keep your complete face completely relaxed, and just try to connect with your breaths. Let's do it. Pranayam helps us in getting rid of those unnecessary gases which are in our body right now, but also unnecessary thoughts. But whenever we are talking about PMS yoga, even the diet, what we eat is also very important. Of course, when we are PMSing, we feel like, having junk food. By all means, have that, enjoy that. But always, always remember, whenever we are talking about fried food, anything very sweet, anything which is basically fast food, junk food, which we call, they always have really low vibration. They are called low vibrational foods. So whenever you're going to eat them, you'll feel probably for a few minutes you'll feel good. Otherwise, your body and mind will feel even more tired. So always try to include good diet. Greens, you can eat greens, take your iron, take your greens, take your vitamins, also fruits. So basically maintaining a good diet around when we are PMSing is also a very good idea. You can include and indulge yourself, no problem with that, but also be mindful about what you're eating and what you're doing. So yoga, meditation, and also relaxation helps a lot in easing out that PMS pain and easing out that phase where we are PMSing for our body and our mind. And after this, if you want, you can just lie down in Shavasana for 10-15 minutes. What you have to do in Shavasana is just, if you feel like doing a mindfulness meditation in which we just focus on our breaths, you can do that. Or just simply close your eyes and take a nap if you feel like. Let your complete body and mind relax. Let go of all the unnecessary thoughts. Do not basically think about anything. Even if they're positive thoughts, we do not have to think. We just have to stay with our breaths. Breath retention is not required, so you'd be breathing natural just like you do every second. So, this is it in PMS Yoga, which is a part of the series which we are calling DND, Do Not Disturb. So, make sure that you're not disturbed by anything which is outer. Even if you're getting disturbed by your own thoughts, make sure you're letting them go. But for now, I'm taking leave. This is Harsha Avasti with Utsav Yoga. Keep watching Utsav Yoga, keep doing yoga, meditation, and pranayam. Till then, take care, be safe, bye.